How to paint sky with clouds in watercolour or while the paint is wet. Following on from the previous video, this one goes through painting a wet into wet sky including clouds. You need watercolour paper, a hake brush or some other big brush, raw sienna, ultramarine blue, Payne's grey, kitchen towel, water and scrap paper. As usual, mix a big puddle of colour with clean water, raw sienna first, and try it on your scrap paper before applying it to your watercolour paper. Lay down the first swipe across the paper, just one sweep. Pick up more colour on the brush. Keep sweeping it across the paper. No back and forth, just gentle laying down colour in one direction, picking up the bottom of the previous sweep as you go. Add water to your brush as you near the bottom to dilute the yellow. Do the same thing on top of the wet layer of yellow with your blue. This time you're laying blue paint over the wet yellow paint underneath, so it is especially important to gently slide your brush across the paper. Keep going until you're about 2/3 of the way down with the blue. Add a little water to your brush so the blue is paler at the bottom than at the top. Every now and then I brush off the rill of water that collects at the bottom of the paper, as I don't want it to go back up and bloom into the wet paint like a cauliflower. Then, having mixed a puddle of Payne's grey, while the first two layers are still wet, I splodge in some cloud colour. While all of it is still wet, using some already scrumpled kitchen towel, I remove some paint to form clouds. You need to keep turning the kitchen towel so that it is the clean surface you're dabbing with and you're not transferring paint back onto the paper. Also, keep changing the scrumpled nature of the towel, or the other thing that will happen is that you'll get regular patterns in your sky. Clouds aren't regular. Use several pieces of scrumpled towel so the dabbing is always different. Also, bear in mind that clouds are usually bigger at the top of the picture because they're closer to the viewer, and smaller as you come down the picture. The smaller ones are further away. Clouds are not evenly spaced either. It's good practice to try and look at the whole picture as you go along, as well as the bit you're working on, so that you can see if you're getting the composition to be the way you want it. I've decided that's enough sky and clouds for now. So with clean water on my brush, I wash away the rest of the colour coming down the paper. Then I decide to dab a bit more, as I'm not happy with the cloud formation. Some of it is too even. I have before now dabbed a picture to death. Don't do that. It's better to stop messing about sooner than later. So here is the sky with clouds, all painted wet into wet. The next session will cover how to paint in the land under the sky to make the hills over there look far away and the foreground here look close. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up and all those good things. Thank you.